My dear students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. So today I am back again with a nice story. And you will learn some moral values from this story. So now we will start our value education class. Moral values help you to become a good human being. Moral values build your character. So always try to follow the moral values that you are learning from your teachers, parents and elders. So today in this class, I'll tell you a very interesting story. The story is also there in your value education book. The name of the story is Jesus Feeds the Hungry. So what is the name of the story, children? The name of the story is Jesus Feeds the Hungry. So children, listen to the story carefully. I hope you all will enjoy this story. Okay, so let's start. One day on a hillside, Jesus was healing and teaching people till late evening. The crowd was huge. 5,000 men, many more women and children were there. In the midst of that huge crowd, a bad situation became obvious to Jesus' disciples. These people would soon be hungry and there were no food. There was no possible way to feed them all. Suddenly, Andrew, one of Jesus' disciples, found a young boy in the crowd. The boy had some tiffin with him. Andrew came to the little boy and asked him what he had inside his basket. The boy happily said that he had 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. Andrew took the boy to Jesus and showed the food to Jesus. The boy happily gave the food to Jesus. Jesus smiled and said, "Ask everyone to sit down." There were lots of grass to sit on. So everyone was seated. After everyone was seated, Jesus took the loaves of bread and thanked God for that. Then the disciples passed around the bread and everyone could take as much as they wanted. He did the same with the fish. Miraculously, Jesus multiplied the small amount of food into many. Remember, there were 5 small loaves of bread and 2 small fish, only enough for a boy to eat. There were 5,000 people, all eating from this boy's small lunch, and they could eat as much as they wanted. After everyone was full, Jesus asked the disciples to gather all the food that was left over, so nothing would be wasted. After they gathered all the baskets of food, they counted them up. There were 12 baskets still full with some bread and fish from the little boy's small lunch. It was a miracle of God. The 5,000 people who were hungry that day did not know where their food was going to come from. The disciples even asked, "How are we going to feed these people?" Jesus gave food to all of them with one boy's lunch. This miracle shows us that God can give us exactly what we need, and He can do it from places we don't even expect. That's why we trust God to provide. So today from the story we have learned that when we do good to others, God blesses us. The little boy offered his lunch to Jesus. He did not say no. So we should always help others. So children, always pray to God so that you can be strong and kind, so that you may help others. Helping others is a good thing. God blesses those who help others. The little boy gave all his food, and by the blessings of God, 5,000 men were fed by that small amount of food. So if you help others, God will bless you abundantly. God can fulfill all our need. God provides for us. That means He takes care of us by giving us what we need. We should always trust God. God always knows what we need. In this story, you can see, children, God used an ordinary small boy and his ordinary lunch to feed 5,000 people. Like this way, God can use you and your ordinary things to do something amazing too. We trust God to provide, and sometimes He might even provide for others in marvelous ways through us. So we should always help others. So my dear children, always try to do good to others. Try to help the needy. Try to help the poor people. Your small act of kindness can bring smile to many people's face. So, always help others. And God is always there to guide you, to bless you. So pray to God always. Ask to God to make you strong and kind. When we do good to others, God blesses us. So children, I hope that you will try always to do good to others and to help others. So my dear children, from today's story, what we have learned? Today we have learned that we should always trust God. God can do anything for us. God can do miracles. If we need anything, we can pray to God. We have also learned that we should offer whatever we have to help the needy. We should help the poor people. You should help the hungry people, the needy people. If anyone asks for any help from you, you should always try to help them. If you will help others, God will also bless you. And you will also feel happy. So always try to help others. From today's story, we have also learned that we should not waste food. Jesus asked his disciples to collect the leftover, and they collected the leftover and they counted them up. And how many baskets were there? There were 12 baskets of food. So that means we should not waste our food. Okay? There are many people who are hungry, who don't have any food. So we should never waste food. And we should always try to help others. So always remember these moral values in your life. And always stretch your hand to help others. You will also feel happy if you will help others. So my dear children, I hope you will remember what you have learned today. Yes. So stay happy and safe at home and listen to your parents and try to help others. Okay? And be a good child. So this much for today, children. Bye bye.